Morning po. Can we start the interview? Okay. So I will be asking the benefits and challenges of having a private school as a family business. Let's start. Okay. How did your family come up with this kind of business? Or how did it start?
The business started with my parents. My parents are both from the education sector. My mom is a teacher of 31 years, and my dad is a deaf ed supervisor. So after teaching, my mom realized that she could open up her own school. And then eventually my dad came in, he retired and helped with the business. And eventually the children are here to help with the school.
So is it necessary that the school owners have an education background for them to be able to establish a good school?
I think yes. The school should never be centered into a business. It should really be, we believe, the family believes that the school should be service oriented. So it's actually necessary that all the children have education units before entering the school, and before we act as administrators, we have to finish our masters. Before we have higher positions in the admin, we should have doctorate units.
Okay, so as a family, how do you manage your time for the school and for your non-business related family matters?
Just like any other professions, we have to compartmentalize. When we're here in school, we should work. I should focus into my work. And when I'm at home, maybe I can focus into being a mother or a wife. So just like any other professions, we should know how to manage our time.
So how many times do you go to school?
Here, I'm actually required to be here 4 times a week or 4 days out of 5. And then I have free day to work on my doctorate requirements, or I actually have time to look into other family concerns.
Okay, so as a principal in ICSP, what are the challenges that you're encountering with working with other administrators who are actually your parents and your siblings?
We fight. Sometimes during a meeting, it's inevitable that if there's a very big decision that we have to make, we actually debate, and because we're family, we are allowed to shout at each other sometimes. Sometimes I tend to answer back my mom because, well, it's natural for me to just shout my opinion. Actually, it was wilder before when we were just starting. Now we're actually more level-headed, more matured. We can discuss about stuff more calmly. So I think that's more of our challenge.
So what are the challenges that you're facing as a family?
Regarding the school, I think now our challenge is how to make the next generation more interested with the school as a service itself to to the community. Because your generation is more of a gadget, high-tech generation. So our challenge is to how to make you passionate in serving others. Your generation is actually more focused on what work will give you more money so that you can buy more gadgets. What work will make you travel more, and being in a school setup means you will have to have sacrifices that oftentimes you have to wake up early so that you can announce if there's suspension of classes. A lot of kids will be depending on you. So that's basically our challenge. How to make the next generation of the family love this school or love the work that we're doing.
So what are these challenges' positive effects on your family?
Basically, the positive effects is that we, the first generation, are putting our heads together on how to transfer the core values to the next generation. So that is the positive effect. The the main effect is that the family outings are being designed so that we can have the output that we want. The simple Christmas parties are not just Christmas parties, they're actually being reviewed so that all activities that we will be having will produce an effect that we are wanting from the kids. So for example, Christmas parties, we will have games that will make the kids be more sociable, socially responsive, because that's the core value of the school. So the games are not just games. We want them to be socially responsive. So we actually design games that will elicit this kind of value. So maybe that's the positive effect. Because we are honing the next generation, everything is being designed.
So, how does being a family affect the determination of your income and profit sharing? Since ICSB is a business.
Because the ICSB is non-profit, non-stock. So basically, we're not allowed to have profit. So if in case we will have extra money by the end of the school year, there's no debate over there. We just have to put it put it back to the school. So maybe we decide on any construction projects, or maybe we put it back to retirement funds for the teachers. So there's all we have is salary. And if you ask how we decide about the salary of the admins, we talk about it, we debate, we share, we brainstorm. How much do I get? We have standards. Let's say if I have master's degree, if I have master's units, then I get extra salary. So we also have appraisal. So every year we are being evaluated by the teachers, we evaluate each other, we are being evaluated by the bosses. So that's how we decide on what salary we get.
So, how does the business affect or help your usual family conversations?
The usual family conversations, even outside the school, is usually consisted of school matters.
Still about school.
Yeah, usually it's still about school. So if your question is how does it affect, we try as much as we can not to talk about school whenever we are in a family outing, but we cannot help it. We usually would go back to school matters. So sometimes we don't stop ourselves from having school conversations, especially when we have the kids with us. We're hoping that this can help the kids be more aware of the situation.
The kids who are your
Children, my nieces, my nephews. So sometimes you let them hear the school matters so that we sometimes ask for their opinions and suggestions so that hopefully they can help. This can actually be one step to our goal of making them more passionate about the business, about the school.
So the kids are also involved in the.
Yeah, we try to involve them as much as we can.
Okay, so as one of the administrators of ICSP and being in one family, do you have plans for the school and for the future members of the next generation?
We have a lot of plans. Currently we're working on the family council policies and constitution, and we're actually looking at it with the next generation in mind. So yes, we're also looking at who will be the next in line. So technically, that's how we look into the family, the next generation.
So in the future, your kids are also the ones who are gonna manage the school.
Well, hopefully, or maybe they can be part of the board of trustees. They will not be part of the operations. That's okay, because as much as we can, we do not want to impose on the next generation. If they want to work outside, that's fine.
Outside, yeah.
But hopefully, they can be part of the board of trustees.
Okay, that's all.
Right,
Thank you.